Hi Year 7, welcome to stage 3 of our Animorph. This is where we're going to be blending our creatures together to make them look more believable. Alright, let's have a little look at our instructions and see how we're going. Okay, once you've tidied up all your animals from their backgrounds, which we're going to work on first, and they are in place, you now need to blend your animals together. So we're going to use our mask layer, we're going to use our razor tool set to a soft brush, and hardness 0%. We're going to experiment with size, the opacity or the transparency and flow. These are a good place to start in terms of your brush settings for your eraser. Opacity means transparency, so how hard it rubs out, how much it rubs out at a time, and flow is how quickly it will rub out, okay? And remember, if you go too far, we are using masks, so if you set the color to black, it means you can paint it back in, or erase it back in, you might say. And we swap these colors by clicking on this little arrow here. Okay, so let's go to my Photoshop. So we have a rough put together, okay? The parts of the animal are in place, but we've got some blending and we've got some tidying up to do. So I might work on just that little bit of the butterfly. Now I'm going to do a bit of tidying now to show you what I'm up to, and then I'm going to pause the video and finish it because it's going to take me a little while, and then we'll start blending from there. So you can see my layers at the moment. You can see my masks at use. Okay, everywhere that's black on this elephant has been cut out. Everywhere that's white is still the image that is left. Okay, so you can see the butterfly wing and the lizard and so on. So let's work on our butterfly at first. Okay, so make sure when we're working on a layer we have it selected. I might just use the magic wand and see how we go with it. Oh, you know what might work a little bit better? I reckon the magnetic lasso tool might work pretty well here. Click, click, click. Remember to click along the way. See, my magic wand was a little bit too fiddly there, but we have achieved what we wanted. Okay, that looks good. Might even just use it here. So you've just got to really think about what are you trying to cut out and what tool would be best for that situation. Control D. Great. Okay. Oh, look, there's a little bit of work that could be tidied up there. When I zoom in, I could get my eraser tool and just go fix that up there. It's really good to be accurate with this. This only works being this accurate when you've zoomed in as far as I've zoomed in. Okay, remember no bite marks. Okay, that's looking good. All right, what next needs to be tidied up? Right, I can definitely see that my lizard does, but I might try and get this lovely trunk of my elephant nice and defined. So to do that, I'm going to jump to my elephant layer. Remember, my magnetic lasso tool worked really well here. Okay, I'm going to cut that out there like that. Okay, and of course I can then go in and tidy up that with a nice small brush. It's a bit big at the moment. Okay, I don't know if you can hear all my clicks, but I'm just tidying up those little areas there. Great. All right. I'll probably need to go and tidy up and define in those areas around those horns, but I'll do that while you're not watching. Let's go to start tidying up some of this lizard. Okay, lizard, let's try our magic wand here. Oh, you know what? Let's try object selection. Let's see how it was. Let's see if it works. See what happens. It doesn't quite select enough. We might try and add to the selection and see if we can fix it up. Pretty good. Looking good. I might delete a little bit from here. Okay, so right now it's selecting my lizard. Delete that from there, sorry. Right now it's selecting my lizard, and what I might do, just because I got a really lovely selection of this hand here, I might just delete while I can. So if I press delete now, it's going to delete my lizard, which is not what I want. Remember, we swap it over, so I'm going to select inverse. Now it's selecting my background, so I'm just going to get my eraser tool on a nice big brush, and while I've got that lovely selection there, I'm just going to delete and rub out. Okay, now I've got a nice selection around my foot. Oh, a little bit too far. Okay, just while I can, and I don't make a mistake, let's go back to our object selection, and we're going to add to. Sorry, take away, my bad. Okay, this one might be a little bit tricky. I might have to hand paint this one. Now look here, 7, if you found a better image than mine, you probably would have a little bit more luck. Okay, mine's very fiddly because of the image that I chose. So I could get my eraser tool again and just go around as I've defined that edge and go around and delete. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly. So you can see there I was using the object selection tool, Control D, and I'm starting to tidy that area up. Let's, for the sake of this presentation, I'll just get my magic wand. You can have an experiment, see which ones work best for you. I might set that back up to 32 for my magic wand. Maybe down to 15. Once again, holding down shift, holding down shift. Great. Okay, I can see it's selecting my claw down there. So look, I'm not going to just press delete. What I'm going to do instead is use my rubber tool. Okay. Now I've got a little bit too far there, so I'm going to switch it over to black and just paint that back. Okay, so I'm slowly deleting all my mess. Let's get my magic wand again. Fantastic. Oops. Wizard. Turn it back to white. Okay, hold down shift, hold down shift, hold down shift, shift again, shift again, shift again, that little area over there, and press delete. So I'm getting there, a little bit of mess to clean up. I can do that with my eraser tool. Okay, I'm going to stop the video there and I'm going to keep going. So you can see I was using a mixture between my selection tools in order to delete the background and just have that nice selection, that nice outline of my creature. So we can getting there. I'll pause it here and I'll come back. Okay, year 7, so you can see I have done some lovely tidying up of my creature. Now, if you've got little white areas like this and they're very much annoying you, I can show you a way to fix that, but just send me a comment or an email and I can personally show you how to do that. Now, you'll notice there's a little bit of mess. Can you see these lines here? If you're ever not sure where the mess is coming from, if you just turn layers on and off, you can actually see, not there, it's on my scorpion layer. So on my scorpion layer, I might just get my rubber and rub out that mess. Okay, so by turning a layer on and off, you can see where the mess is coming from. Okay, on to blending. Right, I'm just going to show you how to blend the elephant here. Okay, so we're going to go to our elephant layer. Now, when we're deleting, as we just were, we wanted the brush set to hardness 100%. Now, we're going to blend, we're going to set it to 0. That's so important. And according to my document, if we set this opacity to about 30, I can also pull down the slider. Okay, let's see how this is working now. Now, I don't know if you can hear my mouse. You can hear how much I'm clicking, okay? And you can see what's happening to my work. Might work with a little bit of a bigger brush. Okay, there is going to be coming to an issue here. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? We are going to come into an issue where I'm going to start rubbing out my trunk, which is what I don't want to do. So let's swap to black and put some back. Put it all back. Okay, so what we're going to do is say to Photoshop, I want to delete things, but not the trunk. So I'm going to use my selection tools to help me do that. I put a little bit too much of it back, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to protect this elephant horn and trunk from being deleted. Have a look what this does. Close off my selection. Right, I'm going to now delete with my with my white. Now what it's doing is it's rubbing out, but it's not rubbing out outside my selection, so you can see my horn is actually protected. Okay, my horn's protected, but we can see that nice blend between the two now. Control D to get rid of that selection. Just fix up that bit of mess there. I'll just turn my hardness up to get rid of that bit of mess. And my opacity up. There we go. Okay, now we can see a really nice blend that's happening there. Look, you could do a selection of the ear as well, just in case you start deleting the ear, but we can see a lovely smooth blend there, where it now starts to look like one creature. So to do that, we need to make sure we're erasing with a soft brush, so 0% hardness, and we are changing our opacity to 30, around 30 and 30. You can play with it. And we click, 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 click to do it really gradually. We don't want to see any hard lines. I'm just going to do a tiny bit to the butterfly before we go. So butterfly, we need a much smaller brush. Okay, we're just going to blend a little bit of that wing. Are we on our butterfly mask layer? Perfect. Okay, a little bit of the wing, just to get rid of that hard line. Okay, lots of clicks, and we're starting to blend. All right, so that's how you blend. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your work.